Hey guys, welcome back to Olson's Garage, and today this is going to be the second part of our Magna exhaust video. So in the first video we saw that I repaired some of those cracks and I welded that piece over and I ground it down flat and made it so that hopefully it doesn't leak. So last night, and don't mind the mess, I'm going to have to clean this all up, but last night we ended up cleaning this all up. We got some high temp primer and some high temp flat black paint, and we decided to spray this all black because the chrome was just way too rusty, and I figured this would look better than a rusty header. So in today's video we're going to be taking that and putting it on here, and we're also going to be doing a sound comparison. Because in my opinion, the Magna kind of sounds like poo. I remember the first time I got it and I was like, oh cool, it's a V4, it sounds great. No, it sounds like a boat, you know, because the exhaust is in the water. And when you get on it, all you hear is intake noise. That's what this thing has going on. Except it's like worse than a boat. Like somehow a boat sounds cooler. Than this thing. So today, hopefully we're going to fix that. So the only reason that I'm making this video today, and the only reason that I'm doing anything with the Magna right now, is because I saw this one video of, it was a YouTube short, and this dude had a 4-into-1 exhaust on his V65 Magna, and that thing sounded sweet. And with this thing being like a 2 into a manifold, and then it has 2 that come out the back, like the flow is terrible. So maybe with this I'll make more horsepower, but if anything it'll sound way cooler. So I'll do a sound test with this. I'll fire it up. It's cold-ish in the garage right now. I'll fire it up and I'll show you guys kind of what I'm talking about, and then I'll rev it a couple times. But then, hopefully, I'm going to try and get this thing under load by just simply doing a burnout in the garage. So, if that's your only point of entertainment today, you're going to see me do a burnout in the garage with the Magna. And then I'll put the new exhaust on. We'll try it out straight piped, and then I have this ugly, like CBR 600 exhaust thing that came with that. Eventually we'll get a nicer slip-on and make this thing look a lot cooler. But for now we're going to use that. And we're going to do it straight piped and see what the differences are between that and the straight piped and the stock exhaust. I'll get the keys, we'll get this thing primed up and everything. And I'll set the camera up and we'll be able to get some shots of cold start, revving it up, and then doing a burnout. And then I'll start swapping the exhaust. So stay tuned. Alright, hopefully it starts. Not here, we're in neutral. Give her some choke. here. We're disconnected up here. We're disconnected back here. And I used a pry bar in here, just kind of wiggle it back and forth to get it to seat out of these. And of course, my luck being you can't take the exhaust off unless the center stand is up. Of course. So we'll try pushing this forward, and ideally this should fall off. Just like that. And it didn't even need any persuasion. All right, so now we're gonna tackle these guys and try and take those off. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so we got the exhaust on. I couldn't figure out how to get these pipes off, the back half. So we left those on just to try this out and see how it works. The fitment was all right. It wasn't perfect though. So that's something to think about. But we got these bolted up. These aren't leaking. We're not leaking back here. We got everything back here tightened back up. Other than where it bolts up to the engine, there's no other supports on here. So when we put a silencer on here, we're gonna have to hold it. Obviously this is off the old exhaust. And this is kind of the only thing that fits. It doesn't even fit perfectly. It slides in, not over. But this is a way to kind of dampen the noise a little bit, because I put this one on there just to test run it and see, and this totally doesn't fit, and this looks stupid. This at least looks kind of correct. Obviously if it was flat black it'd look a lot cooler, but like, I mean, this was dumb. I don't know if this guy had this bike, his old bike like this, but I'm at a loss of words. I don't even know what to say. This is atrocious. This is Hayabusa level of not okay. But anyway, we'll take this off. If anything, we'll turn this into a welding video and we'll weld up something, chop this off, make a flange and adapt it to some other silencer if we can't find a silencer that fits on here. Or a muffler or a tip or whatever you guys call it. So we're gonna stick this back on just for the meantime, because this will dampen the noise enough. But this thing sounds so much better. It sounds like racy now. It's a Panigale. Not really. I wish though. So that sounds sweet. Hopefully the audio on here is gonna pick this up. But yeah, so overall, this went pretty good. I'm gonna have to fab up something back here, but luckily it just snowed like 100 inches in Wisconsin. So I don't think I'll be riding this for a while. So I'll have time to source the silencer and put this all together and make it look nice and clean again. And also have sweet sounding exhaust. So if you guys like this kind of content and you'd like to see more, please hit like, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram for updates on stuff that's coming up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.